Okay, did anyone else think that Felt was like dead here? Like for sure dead. Like I 100% thought Felt was gonna die right here, or not die. Well, I guess be in a coma esque state, basically pull a REM. I thought Felt was gonna have a REM episode here, but I guess not. I guess we're fine. I guess we're chilling. But like, is it really like okay? So, based on this guy's powers, by the way, this guy is insane. Gluttony is crazy. Gluttony is probably one of the more powerful archbishops of them all. How does he rank? How does he rank? Probably up there with Greed. Probably. I mean, like, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Greed was a very, very powerful villain. Very powerful. But the fact that this guy just takes all the abilities of anyone he basically erases, that's crazy. So he could take Rem's abilities, which is, I guess, fine. Like all the techniques that they do, basically Taskmaster, but like probably times 10 if they can copy like gifts basically. So because it looked like from like this dude's twin brother or something. Like we go over here, right? We go over here, and no, I don't need any music. I don't need any music for this. Anyway, so this fight was weird because he was able to use magic. He's able to copy other people's abilities of magic. I assume he didn't get that himself. I assume he copied it off of someone else. He was able to get use magic abilities that he erases from people. He's able to use swordsmanship esque moves that he copies from people. So these two guys are probably honestly, I think they're probably more powerful than Greed. Let's be real. I think they're more powerful than Greed. All of them together. Like if they team up and just gain up on somebody, they'll probably be a way more powerful threat than anyone else. Because I'm sorry, Reinhardt's not going to bail you out of this one, Chief. Like as soon, dude, if Reinhardt gets freaking eaten like this, bro, like oh my gosh, it's GG's for everyone in the show. It's GG's for everyone in the show because I'm pretty sure witch authorities are basically all powerful. They take precedence over any like gift or anything, and basically Reinhardt has all the gifts possible under the sun. He's got one from the Phoenix that freaking revives him somehow, some way. And he's also got ones that replenish that ability. So he's able to constantly revive himself. That's great. So if this guy's able to copy, like take someone's name and take all their abilities away or copy them or whatever, bro, this guy's nuts, dude. And all he has to do is just do that for a few people, and he's already an immediate threat and probably stronger than any of the archbishops. And I called this looking at the other archbishops. I called this in my last review. I think I did where I was talking about this freaking bitch. Who is she? There she is. This this lady is complete fodder. I 100% called it. Like, okay, she didn't die or anything. I thought she was going to die for sure, but she is so fodder. It's insane. Now, the fact that we're holding her captive and holding her prisoner, and we're just going to keep her around in the story for however long. They're going to keep her in the capital, from my understanding, which definitely won't lead to any issues moving forward. I mean, they said that Reinhardt was going to escort the prisoners. So, hey, Mero, like, escort Wrath. So, hey, like, that works, I guess. That works. They'll get Wrath over there, but, like, good luck holding them there. And if they break out, it's going to be big rip for everyone there. Big rip. Insane rip. But anyway, going back to here, I think she's going to have a lot more importance later in the series. There's a lot, although like I don't think that she's a very powerful archbishops, I think she could create a lot of havoc in through her, I guess, wrath abilities. Being able to basically control anyone over like a large range, or basically like have them like share emotions and share pain and all that stuff, and being able to off them like instantly. I feel like that's pretty bad when you put them in a city. I don't think putting them in the capital city of Lagunica is probably a good idea, but you know, that will be a problem later down the road probably. But I still think she's probably the weakest out of all the archbishops. I think she probably has some plot relevance, and the fact that she's really obsessed with Betelgeuse is in Subaru being apparent. I 100% trust what she said, is that like Betelgeuse's soul is somehow like linked to Subaru in some way. I 100% think that's the case, because she doesn't seem to be lying about a lot of things. That plot element's probably going to be pretty important later down the road, and they'll probably either get her to do a few I guess acts of terrorism in Lagunica as a result, try to conjure Betelgeuse out of this guy. Good luck with that. And honestly, I see a resemblance with Emilia, and people are saying like maybe this person's like the freaking who's like the love interest of like Betelgeuse in season 2, that in that Emilia flashback. It wasn't Pandora. I think Pandora is a different character. Let me double check here. 30. Yeah, Pandora's not. Yeah, that's the freaking crazy. That's the freaking crazy powerful person that showed up in the flashback. I'm trying to think of who possibly. Fortuna. There you go. I think that Wrath is somehow related to this bitch right here. 100%. Now, sister, mother, something of the sort, because they have to know Betelgeuse in some way, and I am assuming it's through that flashback, and that's going to tie a lot of things together later in the series, having someone that Emilia's actually like a relative of, like having some sort of family there at the end of the series is probably going to be a pretty big aspect of the show, and I don't see them going back to this character for a while. Let's be real. I don't think this character is all that strong. I don't think she's really that like captivating, to be honest. I'm talking in terms of strength and just like character wise. I don't think they're that strong of a character. I don't think they're that interesting. So adding that extra wrinkle will probably add a lot. It's really predictable, but I think it'll add a lot, and it'll be very favorable for the show if they do that. Let's go. So anyway, back to this freaking fight. So this guy, so Gluttony's pretty crazy, right? Gluttony is probably going to be the main antagonist of Arc 6 based on how we've seen the end of this episode, right? Probably the main antagonist, probably that entire group of people, like what the 3 people. So like we have this guy who's indiscriminate in his eating and basically eats everybody. We have this guy who ate Rem, rip. And then we have this person here, which... Okay, why are they blonde? Okay, so maybe not a direct, maybe not a sibling of the other 2, but I don't know. So we don't know really the ability of this person, right? We don't know the ability of this person. Let me get the English subtitles here. We don't know her ability, I don't think. And it looks like this dude, and was it Lai? I'm going to look this up again. Is it Lai? Is that the freaking guy? Is that the freaking guy? Hold up. Glut. Gluttony. Wait, no, hold up. Archbishop. Da. Nope, nope. Okay, so Lie is the guy who ate Rem, and who is the other guy? Authority of Gluttony. Where is the guy? Okay, so Roy is the other person. Roy is like the guy who looks very similar to Lie, and Rui is the freaking blonde hair girl that shows up. So that's interesting. So let's go back to here. Interesting stuff, but again, we have no clue what the fuck she's even going to be able to do. So I'm assuming that she has the same ability as everyone else. I'm assuming she has the same ability. That's like the closest thing I could come to in terms of an assumption. But so one thing I'm confused about relating to their abilities. How is he still awake? That's weird. So they erased everyone's memories of him. Probably didn't erase his own memories based on the fact that he recognizes Subaru. Did Lie erase his abilities too? That's something to think about. But the fact that Subaru knows, basically knows Julius through this, should be a big sign of relief. But he's pretty freaking sad even after that fact. So I am very this was probably I saw this coming ever since last episode. I saw this coming because he just shouted his name for no freaking reason in the beginning of the fight. Where was it? It was around here, right? Okay. Nope. Okay, get out of the settings. Get out of settings. Oh, jeez. Okay. He definitely said, okay, so no. Okay, so even if, it wouldn't even matter if Julius actually said his name in the fight. The fact that he erased his brother it's probably likely that he knows his name just through the memories that he gathers. So there you go. But bro, just you told everyone the first time they ran into this guy, the Rui, or no, it was Roy. This guy's Roy. The first time they ran into Roy, Julius was shouting at the top of his lungs, "Do not say your name. Do not mention your name in front of this guy." And then he does the exact same thing. So it does the exact thing that he said not to do. So am I surprised that he got his name erased? Hell nah. Hell nah. Am I surprised that he's not in a coma? Yeah. Yeah. But there's got to be also it's so weird. I don't understand why he doesn't even bother trying to talk to anyone. He's just like, oh, yo, wait, how does Subaru know I exist or whatever the fuck? And he just continues to cry. He's not relieved at all by any of this. He's like, big Sag. This is a real skill issue here. And also, bro, he's fine, dude. He's fine. He's alive, bro. Get a hold of yourself, man. This you can't make a surprise Pikachu face every single time something goes slightly wrong, dude. Okay, dude, listen. I know you probably like this guy a little bit, but come on, bro. He's fine. He's fine. He's right there. He exists. Everyone forgot about him, but you didn't. So, hey, that clears things up a little bit. And we already have evidence of the fact that this freaking that he remembers people that Gluttony erased based off of how Rem's doing right now. So very obvious shit here. Like we have evidence that Super is able to remember people. We have this guy who's obviously a knight based off of his clothes and probably a shit ton of badges that he wears. So it's like, this guy's definitely the real deal and definitely was fighting with Ricardo. So there you go. Easy. Also, why didn't Ricardo freaking get erased? Okay. Because isn't Roy supposed to be indiscriminate with his eating? What the fuck is this then? Why didn't he get rid of Ricardo? This guy's totally fine. Everyone remembers him. Julius was just like, "Ah, fuck, dude. Oh shit." Oh wait, no, he probably doesn't know Ricardo's name. Maybe he doesn't know Ricardo's name. But even after Julius, you'd think he would after that, after gaining Julius's memories, maybe he freaking. But wait, Julius has his memories, so maybe he didn't actually eat his memories. Maybe he just ate his like abilities and probably everyone who remembers him. In that case, because I assume they all have to go like. I assume they all have to like abilities, name, abilities / name or whatever the fuck, and memories. They all have to be like in one place, right? And we know that Julius has his memories, so maybe Roy doesn't have his memories. If so, why? Why didn't you just take that too? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. Like this guy's supposed to be a freaking like the guy over here, who's it? Lie is supposed to be the freaking like picky eater, right? Like Roy said that. So why didn't you just eat like freaking everything that was here? Like I don't. These two both should have been in a coma, 100%. There was nothing forcing him back. Ricardo definitely lost the fight, considering he lost a hand. So I don't understand, bro. What the fuck? Okay. And all of these guys got erased too, so big rip, right? So and so apparently Al was the guy who helped Beatrice like be able to fight by giving her like some mana crystal or something before to wake her up and be able to use a few like abilities and shit. So I'm like, cool. That's great, bro. Like this, from what I learned, this guy seems to be from Japan, just like Subaru. So they're probably on the same page. So I don't know why Beatrice is like, oh, be wary of this guy. Like, was it the method that he used to get that freaking mana crystal being weird? Also, this one other thing I can't get it out of my freaking head, dude. Like, he drew a sword on this freaking like princess over here. Where was it? This isn't the finale, but like I think it's pretty important. So
魔法
戦えないってお話だったのに人が悪いよね。
So like, what the hell's happening here? Like, I'm pretty okay. So, is she not able to use magic? Like, she's a merchant, right? So like, it would make sense, right? So, that's so weird. So, if this is a joke, it isn't funny. He did something that Anastasia is incapable of doing. What's your game here? Hey, what are you doing? And we just never went back to this. Like, what the fuck? This seems pretty important, right? I'm baffled, bro. Like, like, okay, there's like a random little like hints to future events and shit. Like when they held the staff, like Beatrice was saying like mother and all that stuff, and that's like, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is one thing I don't like about this freaking author. Like, Tape Nagasuki, he brings up random bits, and similar to One Piece, doesn't pay it off till like probably freaking 100+ episodes later. And in ReZero terms, that's basically 10 years from now, bro. Like, what the fuck? So, that's one complaint that I have about this show. They bring up shit like this, and I'm just like, bro, you're just distracting me from what's happening in the show. Now you got me thinking about a bunch of other stuff in the background as all this shit's happening. As we have you basically like incapacitated freaking uh lie here. Like, you incapacitated lie, great. Now you're bringing up a freaking mother. Like, bro, what the fuck? Let me enjoy the moment here, bro. So yeah, and like this is probably alluding to something in the near future. And I just really confused by how Al just never goes back to this. Al just never goes back to this, even after all the fighting's over. He's like, bro, okay, we got a fake here. Not gonna mention that, bro. Like, okay, dude. All right, bro. Fine. Anyway, let me see how things are going here. I'm overall with all these recent season finales that I've been watching lately. We first had the freaking Invincible season finale. Then we had the Orb season finale. I'm not sure which order those two were because I watched the Orb finale a little bit late. Then there was the Severance finale, and now we have this. And then we have Solo Leveling ending in like on Saturday. With all that, it's crazy how every single one of these finales have been absolute bangers. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, relative to each other, that's a different story. Like where do these finales ranked? Why would I even compare these freaking shows? They're all bangers. They're all respective bangers. So when we have a cliffhanger like this, and we have an immediate announcement. Wrong episode. And we have an immediate announcement of season 4 coming out. We have an immediate announcement. Are we going for a 4-year wait again? Because I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Season 2 did not get a season 3 announcement immediately following it. It ended on a freaking like happy-go-lucky finale, and there you go, move on. And 2 years later, I think they announced the freaking season 3. Are we gonna have a 2-year wait, 3-year wait, 4-year wait, 4-year wait at the max probably? But like, dude. So going back to that, there's something I shared in one of my Discord servers. It was over here. Let me open this. Posing that question. This is a freaking interview with a freaking voice actor. Did you really think we'd keep you waiting for another 4 years? We wouldn't. Okay, bro. I don't trust you until I see a freaking announce date for that shit, bro. Like, I don't trust you. Because how long was it between the freaking season 3 first trailer till the season 3 actually releasing? Let me look at that. This is interesting enough to look into, okay? Let me bring it up. ReZero season 3 trailer. The first one was this one, which was... That's actually earlier than I thought. No, wait, hold up. This doesn't make sense. This definitely took a lot longer. This definitely took a lot longer. Where the frick is it? There it is. There it is. 1 year ago. Okay. No, this is more detail. This is more detailed. No, there was like a teaser like this one. It was this freaking trailer, but Crunchyroll always loves to release those trailers like extremely late. So where the fuck was this? Oh my gosh. This was an announced date. We got an announced date like a year before. I'm pretty sure we got the freaking season 3 announcement like 2 years before the show actually aired. So with season 6 being announced, or not season 6, arc 6 being announced, are we going to be waiting 2 years? Because again, we're looking at this and it's like, all right, bro, like it's not 4. It might be 5 because White Fox doesn't air anything. They barely produce anything. They're probably going to be working on Steins Gate season 2 or something before this freaking season 4 airs for ReZero. But like, dude, I am baffled, bro. So Gluttony's going to be the main villain probably. I assume that Julius is going to be a big part of it, considering that he's the cliffhanger. So this is all very interesting. Stuff like this, intriguing mysteries, or not mysteries, intriguing plot points like this is what keeps me interested in ReZero. Dark shit happening is what interests me in ReZero. And overall in season 3, we got a lot of that in the beginning of season 3, but as it tends to happen with these arcs, you get into the second half of each arc and it gets like a little hunky-dory, everything's happy-go-lucky, everything's going right sort of deal. Thankfully, there are some consequences to each of these arcs. Otherwise, I'd be dropping this show. There'd be barely any reason to keep going because then it'd be like, well, we all know that things are going to turn out okay in the end. That's not what happens in ReZero. Thankfully, there are consequences. Rem being gone, Julius being gone. There you go. There's some decent stuff there. I mean, returned by death. Yeah, I guess. But we have all of that, right? I just freaking slapped my mic. That's great. We have all of that. But I am so confused as to like... I'm so confused as to how they go to like a freaking desert location. Okay, because they released a trailer for season 4. They released a trailer for season 4, and they're going to a freaking like desert place or whatever the fuck. How does this have anything to do with freaking Gluttony? There's probably going to be some random lore drop that this is related to, and I probably won't recognize it. And as typical fashion with Tape Nagasuki, he probably alluded this at some point in the freaking show, but I don't remember, so I don't freaking care. All I heard is that Arc 6 is going to be one of the darkest arcs in the entire show, and I am up for that. I am so down for a dark arc. Let's freaking go. Let's take the first half of Arc 4 and let's just make that the entire arc, please. Can we just have tragedy upon tragedy upon tragedy and have big lore changing plot point after lore changing plot point, because people disrespect freaking Arc 4 Part 1. People disrespect the shit out of that, the first half of the second season. That shit was peak ReZero, bro. It doesn't get any better than that. Peak writing, peak dialogue. There's not much action, but dude, this is not what I'm here for. So when you look at season 3 overall, the action was great. Fantastic action. The actual like plot relevance of this arc was great too. We saw like actual like archbishops being like put down and shit. But if I want to see action, I go watch Solo Leveling. If I want to see character writing, like really good character writing mixed with a bit of action, I go watch ReZero, right? I dropped mid arc 6. If I want a little bit of if I want a bit of action mixed with good character writing, I go with ReZero. Season 3, I feel like hasn't gotten much oomph to it in terms of like character writing. I don't think so. We got a little bit with Garfield. We got a little bit with my gosh. Did we get with any other characters? Like, what character had good character writing, good character progression this season? Like Wilhelm? Is that it? Like, cause that shit was good too. But admittedly, those characters aren't nearly as interesting as like Subaru or like the main cast. Really, we like go to when I say main cast, I mean like the people introduced in the first 2 arcs: Beatrice, Subaru, Emilia, Rem, Ram, like those 5 in particular. Like, we got some really badass moments with Reinhardt. We got like decent character development, characterization with Wilhelm and with Garfield. But admittedly, I don't really care too much about those guys compared to the main 5 characters. And in terms of that, we didn't get much. So this is my critique of season 3. Because of that fact, personally, I don't care for this season all that much compared to season 2 part 1. I really don't. It's like they're on different levels to me. Now, season 3, fantastic arc. Rank it with arc 3. Rank it with freaking way better than freaking arc 4 part 2. I could definitely say that. So, definitely an improvement. We're definitely hitting peak again. I could see momentum being carried from this onward, because now we have an ultimate villain. We're now finally getting into the Rem bit, and that is probably one of the more intriguing parts of this show. Like, that's currently like lasting. The strain that's lasting for a bit. That's like the most, I guess, the most intriguing part. It's not the freaking royal selection. It's not any of that. It's freaking the Archbishop of Gluttony. That's like the main thread that's the most interesting to me right now. I don't really care nearly as much about any of the other plot points. It's mainly that. So we're going along this thread, and are we going to cut it off immediately after Arc 6? Is it going to be completely resolved? I certainly hope not, because, well, I hope it's not dragged out, but I hope like this whole fiasco and the after effects of Gluttony are basically like are gonna last. As much as I'd like to say like, hey Rem, like freaking like ultimate recovery, like easy clap, we figured out a cure for this freaking authority, this witch authority. Lust pointed this shit out. There's no cure for the freaking dragon blood shit that she does. There's no cure for that. There's probably and because of that, I don't think that's an authority, but even if it's not, it tends to be with this show. It tends to be with ReZero that there all the effects of big events like this are always long lasting. There's never gonna be a Deus Ex Machina for stuff like this, stuff that lasts multiple arcs. And is everyone gonna get Julius's memory? Is everyone gonna have their memories back of everyone that that Gluttony freaking ate or whatever? Probably not. Even if you kill Gluttony, even if there's like some sort of freaking ultimate like even if there's like some ultimate plot point that's like, oh man, this item like revives the memories, or like he throws up Chainsaw Man-esque, he throws up a memory or something, like that'll probably only happen for like a few characters, and it'll probably be a select few because Tape Nagasuki loves to write freaking tragedies. And from my understanding, we got like freaking 8 arcs left. We're in the middle of things. We're in the thick of things. We're not going to see any happy endings for everybody until the very end. So, and it tends to be with this show that Subaru starts from 0. Julius is now starting from 0. That's the name of the freaking show, obviously. Emilia in arc 4 basically starts from 0. Basically, because that's how she started that arc, being insanely insecure, going back all the way to her past and overcoming it, starting from 0. We're gonna have that with Julius here. It's probably gonna be a really fun dynamic between him and Subaru, and with everyone else. I could see a decent bit of freaking comedy coming out of this, but with him in arc 6, I assume he's going to be a major plot point. I assume he's going to be a major character. And he's probably going to follow the cast, because I don't know why he'd continue to follow Anastasia if she doesn't freaking remember him or whatever. Because you're going to be based solely off of Subaru's freaking word. So I assume he's going to be joining the freaking Emilia cast. I assume. Maybe not. But we'll see. Anyway. Those are my thoughts on like arc 6 going forward. This arc was great. This finale was great. I was very anxious during this entire freaking felt shit. Like I thought for sure she was gonna die. She didn't. Yay. I thought Beatrice or Otto were going to freaking get erased. Ooh, okay. And I don't think Lai's dead from this. We don't see a body, therefore it's not over yet, bro. Like we'd have to see them drown, get blown to pieces like Elsa did, or whatever the hell. Like this, we didn't see that. So, oh, I forgot this person transforms. Yeah, okay. So different ability. I forgot about that. She does transform. Shit. Okay. So are Roy, Lai, and this bitch, are they all going to have different abilities? There's multiple archbishops of Gluttony, but like I don't fully comprehend what's happening here. But anyway, seeing that there's like a core group of archbishops here, I have a feeling that they're probably gonna be like, they're probably all gonna work together, and if so, this is definitely gonna be the biggest threat of all the antagonists in ReZero, 100%. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. This is a very interesting episode, but we'll see how it lasts. This guy's freaking dude, that scene with freaking Reinhardt was so badass, bro. Where was it? It was this one. This scene with freaking Reinhardt was so badass, bro. He just swooped in and just soloed everybody, bro. He just soloed this girl like it was nothing, dude. It's like the dead shouldn't speak or whatever the hell. That was great. I love this moment. And Wilhelm's a good character and all. People love him a lot. I'm like, he's fine. I'm glad he got this episode though. I'm glad they got the sense of closure with him and his wife. That was a really cool moment. So seeing that was really nice. But yeah, Reinhardt's dad is so fucking hopeless. It's hopeless. They will never get along. It's so Jover. Reinhardt could do everything except mend this relationship. There's no way. But yeah, fantastic episode. Man, we're on episode freaking 66 of this show. This is actually crazy. But yeah, I don't think I missed anything else. So I'm going to end the stream there because I'm not going to drag things out for way longer than I need to. So yeah. As for what I'm doing next for this freaking YouTube channel. Video coming soon. Video coming soon of me reviewing volume 1. And I gotta say, is it worth reading? I mean, if you haven't read the anime, sure. I have a few complaints about people who recommend starting from volume 1 of like whatever show you are currently watching. I have a few complaints. But yeah, overall volume's been good so far. What part am I on? I'm at the start of chapter 5. So we are getting to the final freaking showdown here between Subaru, Elsa, Emilia. Reinhardt eventually shows up, but like, yeah. And I'm finally getting into some like light novel exclusive material after finally getting through like an entire half of this freaking volume. But like, sometimes that just doesn't happen. You just gotta enjoy it for the moment and enjoy the moment. And honestly, this volume has been pretty solid so far. Pretty solid. I guess I can talk about it now since since I doubt there'll be much carryover between here and the freaking video, but I don't think all my thoughts are really conveyed yet because I'm starting to see a lot of like well executed things that are unique to the light novel as I'm going on into the end of this volume. Because in the beginning, a unique aspect of it was the comedy was landing a majority of the time in the beginning of the light novel. I'm not sure if it's because of the freaking actually, I know for sure. It's because of the medium. I don't know why, but I find Subaru really cringe in the anime, but he literally does the same jokes here, and I laugh. I don't understand. I don't understand, but that's how it goes. Emilia, I don't like having a squeaky voice with these main characters, and not having a voice directly attached to Emilia makes her infinitely better. I'm sorry, and I appreciate how she's handled in the beginning of the series. It's the same case with the anime, but she doesn't seem like a freaking kid in the beginning of the series, which I like. It gets pretty bad once you get into the second arc and the third arc, but how useless she is in the freaking arc 4 in the beginning of it. It was really bad, and I will forever hate Emilia for that shit. It's painful to sit through, but I liked how she's handled here. I like how she's handled in the first story arc. Very good. I appreciate that. I understand why people like Emilia at this point in the series. But yeah. But once you get to the middle part of the freaking light novel, right? Once you get to the middle part, there's the anime adapts it 1-for-1. So if you watch the anime, there's basically no extra content for you. Like none. And that severely hurts the freaking entertainment factor for me. Like, am I enjoying it? Sure, I'm enjoying it. Is it worth reading? Hell no. I read freaking Overlord Volume 1. I got way more enjoyment out of that. I got way more like lore dumps, starting to understand the characters a lot more. Like there was a lot of added stuff for reading Overlord in comparison to ReZero. But did I enjoy it? Yeah, I still did. Would I recommend starting from there? That's doubtful. That's doubtful. Lord of the Mysteries is getting an anime next season. I have not read it. I'm going to be watching the anime probably. There's also a freaking the beginning after the end or something like that. That's freaking that's airing next season, and people are upset about the anime adaptation being like very mid, I guess. T-bait, as people call it. I read it. It's not great. It is a severely worse version of Mushoku Tensei. It is just Mushoku Tensei, but great value version. That's T-bait. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not great. It is very a lot of things are just handed to the main character. A lot of like abilities are just handed to them. It's really it's fun, but in a sloppy way, you know? It's fun for slop. It's fun to read as slop. It's not really like the freaking great character writing that a lot of people seem to give it credit for. It's not that. People are like, "Oh, you like Mushoku Tensei? Oh, you love the characters of freaking T-bait." No, dude, it's slop, dude. Stop. You caught up? No. I stopped like after he got back with his parents and like went off on another adventure. I was like, "Ah, fuck. I'll stop reading here." So I got pretty far, but like it's kind of sucks still. Like, jeez, man. The character Ryan Mushoku Tensei, ReZero, Overlord, way freaking better, bro. It's not even close. You're telling me to like feel sorry for a character when a sad thing happens to them. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll feel a little bit of empathy, but like, dude, like you still have to write a character. You understand that, right? Like, bad thing happens to him. Okay, don't really he doesn't really like feel unique of a main protagonist. He doesn't feel like a unique protagonist. He doesn't. I barely see any flaws in him. Like he is a flawless protagonist, and it's one of the great things of Mushoku Tensei and ReZero. The protagonist is like so freaking flawed with like some of their methodologies, the way they navigate certain situations, the way they even think. It's like so crazy. Like he would never do some of the things that Subaru or Rudius does. Ainz. But that's what makes the show, that makes what the characters really interesting. That's yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But people complaining about the animation quality of freaking the T-bait anime. I'm like, bro, like you weren't gonna get anything like crazy, bro. It was never that big of a deal. It was never that good of a freaking source material. Get over yourself, bro. It's not gonna be that good. I'd say after a school arc of T-bait, it picks up. After the school arc, so the school arc is mid at best. Or is it on the same level as where it was before? If so, I'm not reading that shit. Yeah, it's rough, bro. It's rough. But yeah, you go through like watch the Lords and Mysteries trailer, jump on the ship. I already watched that like several streams in a row, bro. Like man too broken, he becomes a teacher, not a student. Oh yeah. It really does turn into the freaking Jinwoo-esque type bullshit, doesn't it? Sun Jinwoo. He's so OP. Oh fuck. And he has no flaws as a character. Oh shit. Yeah, T-Bait's so mid, bro. I can't. Like yeah, like again, like what makes freaking ReZero interesting is that the main protagonist isn't the one that's OP. Like there's several people stronger than him. But like and it's gonna makes it very interesting to see how he'll get out of certain plot hole. I wouldn't say plot holes, but you understand what I mean. I can't say navigate out of situations like constantly 24/7. Just keep repeating that same phrase. You understand what I mean. Him not having any powers besides return by death is a freaking great feat that I love, and that I love. It makes the show a lot more unpredictable. Instead of the freaking MC and freaking T-Bait just brute forcing his way through shit. It's like an action show too. It's not like Mushoku Tensei where it's not like you don't rely on freaking fighting someone to resolve the freaking conflict half the time. No. There's like politics involved and shit most of the time. You caught up to ReZero? I am an anime only. I am an anime only at this point, currently reading volume 1. Be lit. Yeah, I heard it's dark, and I love those aspects of ReZero. That's why I'm excited for it. The entire reason why I started this YouTube channel was because of ReZero Arc 4 Part 1. Like, that shit was so fucking good. And Part 2 just sucked ass. Part 2 just sucked so much ass. But I still like the show. I'm talking in terms of relativity. I'm talking about in terms of relatively speaking. Part 2 was so ass compared to Part 1. So ass, and everyone loves Part 2. And they rate it higher than freaking Part 1. I'm like, bro, you guys are insane. Arc 5 is probably on par with Arc 3. It is not as good as Arc. It's not as good as the first half of season 2. It is not. It is not on the same level as. I value writing way more than I do action, and let me say the writing in the beginning of season 2 was freaking excellent. They introduced like plot points that like those random freaking plot points that they threw at the wall in freaking the random plot points that they threw at the wall in the freaking the random plot points that they threw off the wall in season 2 had way more impact and way more meaning than this freaking shit. This freaking lore dump, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. There was also there's also like this one thing that happened here, right here. Anastasia can't use magic. I'm like, okay, get back to that, Al. The whole freaking thing is over now. The whole battle's over now, Al. Go back to Anastasia and freaking interrogate her ass, bro. She's a fake. She's not real. None of this is real. So, and with the plot points and the open-ended like questions that they introduce in Arc 2, it makes sense why they don't resolve them, because they're a freaking series-changing event. Series-changing plot point. A series-changing plot point that's crucial to the entire dynamic between Subaru and freaking the Witch of Envy, Satella. It's like big plot points introduced in Arc 4 Part 1 that understandably don't get resolved, but get alluded to a decent bit for you to stay intrigued. Season 3, especially at the end, introduce stuff like this and don't resolve it. And I'm like, bro, you can resolve it right now, bro. Interrogate her ass. Bro, why did you just throw this in here? Is this, I'm pretty sure this is Echidna, right? So why is Echidna connected to this staff? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? I don't understand. Why introduce this? Why introduce this plot point? Okay, dude. Okay, dude, whatever. It's stuff like this that I don't like Tappe Nagatsuki doing. I don't like it. He alludes to random shit. She's connected to damn... Yeah. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. I don't care. You're introducing connections here that don't matter at the end of the day. They don't. I don't care about this. I care more so about... Where is he? Freaking... Where's Roy? This shit was so fucking cool. This shit was a great way to introduce an open-ended plot point that mattered in the moment. It's like, oh man, Julius, like, what the fuck? He just ate your brother. We're probably gonna get back to this plot point later in the next arc, and it's gonna be great. Open-ended questions like this is great because it matters in the moment, and it'll matter in the future. And understandably, we can't resolve it right now. Difference between One Piece is that those allusions, those references will be answered. Those questions will be answered like freaking 500 episodes later. Well, I guess in freaking ReZero, that'll be like answered like 10 years later. So I guess it's the same thing, right? Don't do that. What do you mean don't do that? We're gonna get the answer for One Piece eventually. Oh, the freaking what is the One Piece? Oh, it was the memories we made along the way. You already said that that's not the case, but like I have a feeling it's probably something similar. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, these freaking names are confusing, bro. I don't understand it. But yeah, and also having Al be introduced or like reference, like they said this in the freaking like short or whatever. Having Al be the only other person from Japan, it's like, why introduce this point? Like, if it's not important enough to introduce like or like mention in passing as Subaru's talking to him in the finale, if it's not important enough to introduce that, why have this? Why does he have to be from Japan? And why reveal this now? If it does matter, it'd be great to know that in the future. It'd be so cool to know that in the future. But like, no, we have to know it now because he has to like reference like a bunch of like weird ass like what was it? Where was the fight? He has to do like a bunch of like weeb jokes or whatever that only a person from Japan would be able to reference. We've gonna. It was revealed way earlier, but they didn't. Yeah, I heard after the fact that it was revealed in the freaking shorts that like it was revealed earlier in the novel, like at a freaking like arc 3 or something, like when they first met. But why? Wouldn't it be cooler if when it's relevant, you reveal that information then? It's trying. Tappe Nagatsuki is trying to like act like he's like 37, like 370 IQ, like so big brain, that like, oh man, I had this plot point like in the bag way long ago. I'm insanely cool because I alluded to it. It's like, bro, that makes the moment of the reveal all the less impactful if it actually matters. It's probably not going to matter because it's not that big of a deal now. He's not bringing it up now, but like, bro, why the fuck? There's no point. There's no point. If you're gonna make this a freaking, if you're gonna make this guy come from Japan, like, can we have like a unique dynamic here between Al and Subaru? Like, can you have it be so like freaking like, oh, Beatrice is questioning this guy. I don't care. This guy's from Japan, bro. I trust him. Like we're probably buddies in a sense. In that sense, there's no reason for him to like freaking betray me at this point because I'm literally the only person that knows home. That knows his home. It's crazy, bro. I don't. It just happens. Okay, dude. I don't like that writing style, bro. This shit is so frustrating to me. So frustrating to me. But whatever. Action in the show is great. Kind of toned down a bit when you're watching Solo Leveling at the same time, but pretty good. Best in the show by far. You'll be happy in the next few arcs. I like my dark shit. I hope I'm satisfied. I hope Subaru dies like freaking 50 times. and then he has to face the consequences of those loops. Again, another plot point introduced in Arc 4 Part 1. That was a freaking great plot point that makes me like that makes the consequences of the show like multiplied by freaking 10. I can't understate how good freaking Arc 4 Part 1 was. Has the most crazy deaths in Arc 6 and 7. Are you sure about that? Bro got eaten by rabbits. Bro got like Hun in freaking episode 2, was it? Yeah. Bro got like Hun like this, bro. Like geez, bro. Like this one was a bit brutal, don't you think? Bro got eaten by rabbits. Bro got Hun by a spiky chain. How much more brutal can you get? We'll see. Interesting thing. I'm curious. I already have the wiki article pulled up here, but I only did it for the freaking names. So I won't look at the answer. I'll probably like close the tab here actually. But I'm interested here. Does the gluttony freaking authority would that be able to freaking like take it takes like freaking like abilities from people like blessings and all that shit, right? Takes all that. Can it take other people's authorities too? Could we potentially see Return by Death, but Lie has it? Potentially? Probably not. They probably don't work like that. But it'd be funny. And also, I'd like to see if there is some freaking bullshit ability that Reinhardt has that prevents Lie from stealing Reinhardt's abilities. I don't think so because authorities work on another level from like blessings or like sword saint abilities or whatever the fuck. Be very interesting though to see that. But it probably won't happen considering that Reinhardt and Felt are escorting Wrath over to Lagunica. And these people are probably immediately going to go to wherever the fuck that desert place is. But yeah. He probably does. That man is broken. Yeah, Reinhardt's freaking a walking Deus Ex Machina, basically Saitama from One Punch Man. He basically resolves any type of conflict ever, and I so much so to the point that I'm pretty sure Nagatsuki said that he'd probably be able to go one on one with Satella, which is freaking ridiculous. Like, why the hell? Why? Why, dude? Why do we have someone like that in the show? It's like, we just gotta have someone be able to take out Greed, right? It's like, okay, bro, all right. But yeah, but it's interesting though. So let me look at the freaking warning that like she gave at the end here.
暴食に気をつけて。美食家も悪食も
Gourmand, foul feeding, and satiety. Okay, so I assume those are the 3 people with freaking abilities.
暴食さえもあなたを
Will all attempt to take you away. Take Subaru's name away? Actually, no. If they take Subaru's freaking memories, won't they have memories of the freaking of Japan too? Does it work like that, or do they only take the freaking memories of him in that world? That's gonna be so freaking trippy. That'll be so freaking trippy, bro. I assume they'd have freaking memories of the freaking Japan. That'd be such a freaking trip for Lai though. Holy shit. Or Roy or whoever. That'd be so freaking trippy. He's like, what the fuck did I just eat? What the fuck did I just eat? Bro, this shit's food poisoning, bro. What the fuck? You're having me eat this, bro? Why did I eat this? This thing's fucking useless. Would they also have the memories of Return by Death? Oh, wait. If they stole Subaru's memories, they'd probably notice the Return by Death ability and they'd probably freaking get outed and freaking insta-killed by Satella. That honestly might be the go-to strategy. That might be a method to get rid of them. Have them attempt to steal the memories of them and then just like have Satella freaking negate it. Because that's kind of what freaking Subaru did with Betelgeuse, right? He had Satella basically like protect him from getting freaking like possessed or whatever the fuck. It was so weird, and it was so strange. It's kind of a freaking broken ability if you think about it. And also, now that I guess so, Subaru took Betelgeuse's ability when he offed freaking. He basically took Sloth, Unseen Hand, as a result of killing him, right? What does he get any form of freaking greed as well as a result of like killing him? That'd be interesting. Also, like, and if you kill Wrath right here, you'd also get her ability. So that'd be like crazy shit, right? But also, that might be a way to negate the gluttony now that I think about it, actually. Because if you're able to like steal Gluttony's ability, right? And since you only need to get rid of probably one of the 3, right? Like let's say theoretically you get rid of Roy first, right? You get rid of Roy. Subaru takes some ability of Roy and can steal the memories of freaking anybody, kind of, sorta. Could you theoretically take Lai's name now and like steal the memories of them and potentially transfer it to someone else? Maybe. I'm trying to think of a way to save Rem here, but in all likely scenarios, Tape Nagatsuki's like, nah, fuck Rem. Emilia's the way to go. Rem's gonna stay freaking in a coma-like state forever. Keck W. Get fucked. You think Reinhardt can beat Pandora? For sure. For sure. Literally, dude, Reinhardt, I read this freaking ability. You remember the freaking Phoenix freaking ability that he had? Apparently, he has another ability that replenishes that ability with the Phoenix that allows him to revive himself. And then he has an ability that like resets that ability as well. So it's like he has unlimited freaking revives basically. He basically has Subaru's Return by Death ability but cracked. He also has like this, he has among the list of abilities, it's like he has like the blessing of like the morning sun or something like that makes him stronger in the morning, and then he also has like evening, the blessing of like evening or something that makes him strong at night. And it's like, what the fuck is the point of this? Just make him stronger. just have an ability that makes him stronger. Why the hell does it have to like, I get this blessing in the day, get this blessing in the night, they both have the same effects, bro. It's so dumb, bro. I can't stand it sometimes, man. Like that shit is so stupid. Also, like cursed felt, dude. Look at that shit. Look at that. Top tier drawings here. We get like not so detailed picture of Felt and Beatrice, and then meanwhile Otto's here just freaking like dying in a corner. He's all huddled up in a fetal position. He's like, oh fuck, dude. I thought that was pretty freaking like also, why the hell does this girl have such long freaking hair? That's so freaking weird. Anyway, design wise, I like the design of this character, but it's like it reminds me a lot of freaking like the kind of the childlike nature of the Witch of Gluttony, but also like kind of like the methodical aspect to her as well. It's kind of interesting to see the similarities between the two. How do I feel about Rui? This is Rui, right? Yeah, I just said my thoughts on Rui. Interesting. I assume they're able to take the form of anyone that they're able to that they erase, right? So in that sense, like I initially thought in the beginning of the stream like they all had the same abilities, but then I realized like I haven't seen any of them transform, and this person just does like Keck W like. Like, okay, Lust just has this ability, but like can literally do it for anyone. But I assume it's just like this copying ability also allows them to take the abilities as well as their appearance, which, I mean, if you can't stack the abilities like freaking Roy can. Like, Roy's able to do, like, the magic abilities, sword abilities, all of that at the same time. And if this person can only take over, like, one, they're easily the weakest link out of all of them. Now, good luck figuring out who they are, but, like, once you do, it's like, GG's, bro. Like, having Reinhardt exist makes stuff like this happen. It's like, these are the only archbishops currently here posing a threat in this city. Reinhardt, why aren't you freaking here? Why aren't you here? Otto was getting clapped, bro, and you did nothing. Julius was getting clapped, and you did nothing. Cringe. So cringe. Bro knew about Gluttony's ability and he's like, nah, I don't want my blessings to go away. I'm never engaging with that. You guys take care of him. It'll eventually be over. I'll trust that you guys will handle gluttony eventually. All right, I'll handle everyone else. No. Gluttony's off the table for me, bro. Because I guess like the gluttony's basically an Uno reverse card for Reinhardt, right? Kinda, but again, there might be some random blessing in there that prevents him from getting like overtaken by any witch authorities, and if so, bullshit. Also, okay, there was this one freaking you remember the complaint I had with season 3 posing like questions that aren't introduced or aren't addressed or aren't really that important and probably won't be answered for a while? We had a similar thing here, right? And it happened in the second part of season 2, right? Where is he? Where is this guy? Where is he? Where the fuck? Is he right here? Is it in the next episode? Don't care about the sound. Where is he? No. It's probably here. Yep, this guy. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Hector, this freaking guy. What the fuck, bro? Okay, so melancholy? That's not a freaking sin. That's not one of the 7 sins. That's not one of the witches. So there's another set? Like, okay, bro, like I won't put this in the same category as Arc 4 Part 1's like slander. This is not Arc 4 Part 1 slander. This is Arc 4 Part 2 slander. What the fuck? 2 extra Pandora in him, but what prevents Tabe Nagasuki from introducing another guy? What prevents him? There's nothing limiting him. There's nothing limiting him. He could introduce another person. But this time this guy's good or something stupid like that. Like, bro, come on. Let's be real here. There probably is another one. We ain't get no one as of yet. Okay, dude. Is this last arc? I'm pretty sure you guys are like on the last freaking few arcs here. Is this last arc gonna be freaking like, oh, let's have it like 3 times the length of arc 4 just to introduce more guys like this? Like, jeez, dude. Jeez. But yeah, this season was great for sure. I enjoyed it. Not as much as beginning part arc 4, but I enjoyed it. It was solid. It was a very solid finale, probably one of the better finales I've seen to a season as of late. I'm not gonna lie, I like the execution of this finale more than season 2 of Mushoku Tensei's like final episode. I like it more because I think there's like lasting. I wouldn't say Mushoku Tensei season 2 had its own set of consequences, but I feel like this is a lot more. ReZero adds a lot of points that are a lot more adds a lot of consequences to arcs that are a lot more intriguing. Maybe not as like detrimental, but are a lot more intriguing and can lead into a lot of interesting open-ended questions and conflicts in the future. ReZero does that a lot better. And I enjoy the dark aspect of this finale, not ending on a high note like the other seasons did, which is good. I enjoy that. I liked the finale of season 1 of ReZero. That was a good lighthearted finale that I enjoyed personally. And introducing the freaking Rem plot later in season 2 was a choice. It was certainly a choice. Arc 7 through 8 is the same, just split. It's pretty long. You're right, but he ain't getting on as yet. Okay, so I thought there were going to be like 10 arcs or something. So you guys are in Arc 8 now. I understand that from my understanding, I know that Arc 6 has been completely finished in terms of the light novel, the English light novel. I'm pretty sure the English light novel right now is on the beginning of Arc 7, from my understanding. It's on the beginning of Arc 7. So I could theoretically read all of Arc 6 before the next season airs, which will be cool. Because I enjoy doing that order. I enjoy doing that order a lot more because reading the season 2 content of Mushoku Tensei was a lot more enjoyable than reading this after the fact that I've watched it already. I'm still in Arc 8, but near the end. 7 and 8 is where people drop. So you guys are on 9. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting to see why people would drop it. I don't know. So it seems like Arc 6 is going to be some good content. That's good. That's good. From like I was looking at like I'm not going to dox myself. I'm opening up Amazon, so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to open it up by myself and look at the volumes here. Just see how many there are right now. ReZero light novel. I'm pretty sure Tappe Nagasuki does a lot better in terms of preventing people from getting spoiled by looking at his covers. Does a lot better in terms of that than freaking Mushoku Tensei does. So yeah, okay, so lies on this cover. So and yeah, this looks like a new set of characters. So Arc 6 looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volumes long. And Arc 5 was 1, 2, 3, 4. Or wait, 3. Only 3. Oh wait, no. 4 volumes. Okay, so Arc 6 is going to be longer. I am baffled by the fact that people actually thought that we would get into Arc 6 this season. Because from my understanding, I'm going to look at the season 3 trailer. Because when people brought up, I'm going to close Amazon so that way I'm able to share my screen again. When people brought up like the fact that like, oh man, we see Arc 6 characters in this freaking trailer. I remember that point being brought up as to the reason why Arc 6 people thought Arc 6 was going to get adapted this season. I was like, good luck with that, sir. I looked at the volume counts and I was like, yep, that's not happening. We saw in the art, just in case. ReZero season 3 Arc 6 images. This was it. Oh fuck yeah, I saw that person on the cover. Wait a second. Yeah, wait, I saw that person on one of the covers. Yeah, we haven't seen this bitch yet. Wait, hold up. We haven't seen this bitch yet. Oh shit. We haven't seen that dragon either. What the fuck? Okay. We've seen you, I think yeah, we saw you in the beginning of Arc 5. This person we haven't seen yet. I'm trying to figure out who else we saw those two. Nice how you have them Rem still asleep. Keck just shoving it in our faces. Okay, that's great. The man behind Al. Man behind Al. Where's Al? Where the fuck? Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, I already pointed him out. Still asleep, I see, aren't you, Puck? That's cringe that we couldn't get Puck back, bro. This is the whole reason why we came to the city, bro. We didn't get Puck back, bro. What the hell, dude? Look at mid Puck. Mid Puck, bro. We saw those two. So, okay, nice that you have this person turned around. So every single person that's like insanely important, you have turned around. Okay, I assume you're not important. Great. Interesting stuff here. She's very important. Best girl. I mean, what volume was it? Freaking. I don't want to look up the volume cover. Never mind. I'm probably going to get spoiled a shit ton if I look up the volume cover. I'm probably not going to just get the volume cover. I'm probably going to get way more than that. I don't want to see that. But yeah, by the way, Lust's ability is so freaking cracked. She just doesn't die. I'm pretty sure she's probably the most broken character, the most broken Archbishop out of everyone. She literally, like, okay, she can't copy skills, but her current skills are freaking ridiculous, bro. Literally can manipulate anybody's, like, flesh or whatever into anything that she wants. Her own, other people's, whatever the fuck, you know? Maybe that's the cure. Maybe you get rid of Lust and Subaru takes that ability and manipulates through Dragon Blood, whatever the fuck Crush's condition is. But I'm pretty sure that's not an authority. I'm pretty sure that's her being like part dragon or whatever the fuck. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I think she already. I think Lust already said that like in a previous episode. I mean, if Reinhardt gets his hands on her, it's over probably. Yeah, you're probably right. Krush got sidelined into oblivion. Yep. You were the favorite. Now you were the favorite for the freaking what the election or the freaking race or whatever the fuck. You were the favorite, and now you're not. Keck W, you're not. You're never gonna be. You got sidelined. So you got screwed after Arc 3. You got screwed after after Arc 5. Good luck. Currently, we have this freaking fascist over here. This freaking fascist right here. Who's leading the pack right now. Anastasia, you're a freaking clone. I don't trust you. Goodbye. And Emilia, you're like the Cleveland Cavaliers currently in the NBA playoff picture. You know, you're a decent favorite, but like you're probably not gonna win. I like Priscilla a lot more after this season, for sure. I like Priscilla a lot more after this season. Anastasia, no. I never liked Anastasia. I don't really care for her all that much. Emilia is a whiny little brat who didn't become useful until finally in this season. Finally, you were actually useful. Great. Good shit. Good shit, Emilia. Finally. Freaking pulled a freaking golden experience on Greed. That's great. That's great. Like she's actually useful now. That's cool. But like you're still pretty whiny and act like a kid half the time. So I still don't really care. You'll love Anastasia, Arc 6, Priscilla, Arc 7 through 8. Oh my gosh, bro. Ah man. I like Priscilla already, so that's not gonna be that's not gonna be surprising. Felt probably like yeah, I don't know. Like I don't really care for Felt all that much. Like she's alright. I don't really care. We need a Felt arc, so you don't have one yet. Big Sag. Yeah, that's a rip, but yeah. Seeing that dragon's like freaking interesting. I know one person that can clap lust. It's probably the bigger dragon. It's probably the actual dragon. Probably, I think, for a side story, you know how it is. Is Felt just never gonna be that important? Felt doesn't deserve her own arc. She'll never get her own arc. Big Sag. That how it is? All right. Big rip. Uh so yeah. That was that those were my thoughts on arc 5 of ReZero. I'll probably put out a video about my thoughts on volume 1 once I finish. It'll be interesting. I got one chapter left. I also got schoolwork to do and freaking work. Pursuing that masters, boys. Pursuing that masters, bro. It's rough. It's rough out here. Everything's group work, by the way. Everything's freaking group work. Oh, jeez. You can't test me alone for once, bro. Okay, fine. We have lots of side stories where you gotta read it or you won't understand nothing. I mean, there was the freaking Wilhelm shit that was fine not reading, right? No, I was fine not reading that. I don't need to read that. What other side stories would there be? Like, I know the if roots are a thing. I don't really care for that. So I already know what happens in each of the or like the sloth if fruit I know, but I know kind of what happens in Pride. Yeah, but it's not gonna. I don't think I really care enough to read those. Uh, but yeah, I know what happens in Sloth. I don't know what happens in like much in the other ones, like except for the Pride one, whatever one that the freaking Subaru like accepts the Ikina's deal. Like I remember that one. That one's not Pride, I don't think. I'm trying to remember. Was that Greed? Probably. They're not canon though. Yeah, I know. It's kind of whatever. I only read a if. So like side stories though. Like if you're saying like okay, let me look at the ReZero side stories here. Let me look at the ReZero side stories. So re-if, no Stella, no life. Interesting. So it looks like okay, so they have their own okay. So they have their own freaking volumes, looks like. ReZero EX. Okay, so this goes back to Crush's backstory. This one's Wilhelm. I remember that one. I know of that one. Why is 3 not on here? That's weird. Why isn't 3 here? EXs are nice. Are these the side stories you're talking about? Like I need to know these in order to like actually understand what's happening, which would be weird. There's this one. I reckon this guy was in the sloth route. I know that. This guy's on the cover of one of the volumes that I saw on Amazon. Reinhardt's here, Julius. Okay. So these seem like flashbacks, it looks like. Yeah, these look like flashbacks. You have a Priscilla one. Okay. Yeah, this is her as a kid. Okay, I don't. Okay, that's great. Okay. A lot of these designs are horny as fuck. They're turning into Wuthering Waves over here with their most recent release. Okay, another Wilhelm one, which is weird. You got this guy. Interesting. This guy looks a lot like Melancholy. What's his name again? I'm gonna look back in the chat. Don't fucking say it. I will find Hector. Yeah, he looks a lot like Hector. Gosh dang it, you guys freaking bailed me out of that one. My memory is awful, atrocious. Okay, here's volume 3. Here's volume 3. It's more Wilhelm. That's why I heard about this side story more. It's because Wilhelm had 2 freaking volumes. That makes sense. And Wilhelm had 2 volumes because he's best boy, I guess. Oh wow, that's interesting. Yeah. I think he got 3, but he is best boy. Yeah. Wait, hold up. I think he did get 3. EX light novel 4. No, that's not one. It was it's the 6th one. Yeah, it's this one. Let me double check to see which ones have an Amazon release or like released on Bro, I can't keep spending my money on freaking random shit, bro. I already got a new graphics card, bro. I don't want to freaking I don't want to spend more money on this freaking shit, bro. Okay. Paperback. I think volume 3 is coming to me in the mail currently. I'm trying to understand like what the release order is, or like when I need to like read each EX volume or whatever the fuck, right? Trying to understand that. Do you collect the light not? Nah, I don't collect. I'm not. I only collect the Mushoku Tensei ones, but ReZero I'm probably just gonna buy as I read. Is like if I make it past arc, like as I bought a bundle for arcs or for volumes 1 through 4. So when I finish volume 4, then I'll get like volumes after that, right? So, but I might, depending on my enjoyment of reading volumes 1 through 4, I might just skip to volume 20 or whatever the fuck. Is it 21? It's 21. I might just skip to 21 if I don't enjoy reading the first 4 volumes because of my freaking knowledge as an anime only viewer currently. Because this was the case with freaking Mushoku Tensei, right? I started at volume 7 after watching season 1. And they were like, oh, you gotta read the freaking you gotta read starting from volume 1. What are you doing? And I was like, eh. And then like I enjoyed it plenty, like starting from 7. And it was like, yeah, you guys are crazy. So I read volume 1 and I was like, I could see why there's a bit of extra enjoyment reading it after watching the anime, but it's like, is it worth it? I'm not sure. I think it is, but like in the case of Mushoku Tensei, ReZero, I feel like the most like out of the 3 light novels I've read so far, Overlord, Mushoku Tensei, ReZero, so far with volume 1, I'd say the one that you get the most value of reading after watching like the anime is probably Overlord. I feel like Overlord has a lot more of like a lore dump sort of deal. Like you start understanding like the mechanics of the magic system a lot more. You start understanding like the characters a bit more, a lot more in Overlord's light novel. Mushoku Tensei, you get a decent bit of extra like content out of. You get a bit more of an overall experience even after after watching the anime. ReZero so far is definitely the lowest. It's still good. It's still really well written and still a very enjoyable experience, but relatively speaking, don't get much. I say read entirely, you'll appreciate it. Yeah, but the problem is you gotta read freaking 20 volumes in order to get to past the freaking anime, which is insane. Gotta read 20 volumes. It's not as much. It's not like Mushoku Tensei where you only have to read like 6 and then you're past the point. You're past season 1. No, we got 3 seasons of content here with freaking ReZero, so you gotta read 20. Like, bro, no. Admittedly, though, the ReZero volumes are a bit shorter. The text is like a lot chunkier. I think it got like a +1 size font compared to the freaking prints of Mushoku Tensei. So there you go. And if I cut a bit on budget wise, if I can't find like a paperback version, I will never buy a Kindle version of any of these volumes. So if I can't find a paperback version, I'll probably just pirate it and then get it later. Get the physical version later, but yeah, that's probably how it'll be. By the way, did you finish Old Dragon's Tale and Mushoku? Yeah, that was streamed a bit ago. You should read Overlord the Vampire Princess of the Lost Country. It's a what if everything other than the story is canon. The fuck? What do you mean everything other than the story is canon? What the fuck? So the characters are canon, their relationships are canon, the story isn't. What the fuck? Okay. All right, dude. Anything else that released today? Ooh, possibly Greatest Alchemist of All Time. I think that's finale aired today. More slop. You think you have you ever think about reading Monogatari? No. No. I'm good. Thanks. All the lore, Palscalian, and characters that appear. Oh, okay. I tried watching Monogatari, Bakemonogatari. I got through like 4 or so episodes. I thought it was enjoyable, but I never went back to it. I thought Bunny Girl Senpai was in a more enjoyable version of freaking Bakemonogatari, but it's probably gonna be deeper if I keep watching it. It'll probably be better. Like I'm comparing like the first arc of both shows here. Like You like history and stuff? There's Orb Movement of the Earth. I watched that. Yeah, I watched that. It was insanely good. I like that. That's not something that you watch if you enjoy history and stuff. That's not something that you watch because of that. It's just something you watch if you want to watch a good show. That's all I can really say. Like you don't even have to enjoy anime, in my opinion, to enjoy freaking what the hell. You don't even have to enjoy anime really in order to enjoy Orb. Orb is like on its own level in terms of like freaking like it's really its own thing, similar to Vinland Saga. It's not. It doesn't really fall in line with most freaking anime in terms of like the comedy. You have to like be a weeb in order to like think the comedy's like good or like get the references or get used to the character designs. Because if you ever like just are new to anime, and then you watch ReZero, it's like, why the hell are there maids? Why does every single freaking character design like horny as shit? Like that's the feeling that you get watching ReZero as like a new anime viewer. Like, what the hell? You introduce them to JoJo first, and then they get used to the designs, and then you go watch those shows. For Monogatari, I recommend start with the movies. That's like the first time I've heard that. I heard start with Bakemonogatari first, and so far as I started Bakemonogatari, it was a good introduction, and I wasn't lost during it, so I say that would be a good one, but you know, whatever. Part 9 is fun. JoJo Lance? Yeah, I haven't read that yet, or I haven't read it like at all. I haven't read any of like I tried reading part 6, and that was a challenge. I tried reading part 6, and I was like, no thanks. Movies are actually first timeline wise. I'm good. I don't need to watch things chronologically, bro. If people tell me to watch Bakemonogatari first, and that's the first one that released, I'm gonna watch that one first. I'm gonna watch in terms of release schedule, okay? I'm sure that's probably the way that they want things to go. The way the author intended. The way the creators intended. Like, watch this one that released in 2020, and now watch this one that will release in 2014. It's like, what the fuck? Okay. What's happening here? I'm getting a notification on Discord. Ooh, geez. Part 7 is peak fiction. I heard. I'm dragging this out way too long. We're not talking about ReZero anymore. This live stream is supposed to be solely discussing ReZero, but anyway. Okay, so answer me this. Okay. So I just close certain few tabs. So I saw this on the sidebar, and I'm now seeing that ReZero is on released volume 40. Is the English version just insanely slow? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like what the hell, dude? Cause I'm pretty sure the latest English volume's like freaking like 27 or something. They're so slow, bro. What the hell, dude? Like in freaking with Mushoku Tensei, we got like it was like 3 months release. 3 months release. I understand that there were already freaking volumes from Mushoku Tensei, but right now there should be volumes for ReZero. So why is it taking so long? I don't know. I don't know. Let me look at this. Light novel. Just look at light novel. Let me look at the volumes. Okay, let me look at. So this is the newest one, right? Okay, so this is the second and newest one. When did this release? Fuck, I'm gonna spoil myself. Shit. Let me look at the Amazon pages here. See when they released. ReZero light novel. Let me look to see how long it took for each of these to release. Yeah, so they're on volume 26 currently. English is on volume 26. That's freaking crazy. Okay, so this one's out. And ReZero light novel 27 English release date. Okay, here's a Wikipedia article. Okay, cool. Wikipedia. Short stories, no. Okay. So there is, holy shit, you guys have to wait for 6 months between each volume, bro. What the hell? So volume 25 released in July 23rd, 2024. So right before season 3 aired. And Arc 7 released November 26th, 2024. That is 4 months between. That's reasonable. And then you have 27, which will release in May. 6 months. Bro. What the fuck, dude? These official translations take forever, bro. Like, what the hell? Dude, okay. I tried reading Arc 5, like, after season 2 aired, like, via the freaking Witch Cult translations that you guys have. And, like, you guys are directly translating the web novel, right? Or is it a translation of it, or it'd be bad translations sometimes? Because it feels like a web novel, dude. It feels like a web novel with its pacing. Like, this is a really enjoyable experience reading. It flows. It flies. The freaking the translations, it feels like a web novel. It feels dragged out. And I couldn't handle that with freaking ReZero. I could handle it with freaking Mushoku Tensei. I can't handle it with ReZero. Does the web novel whenever it comes out. That's rough, bud. That's rough. That's rough. I guess I do have time to freaking read the material before season. Like, I guess I will have time to catch up because 6 months between each volume. Crazy, bro. Crazy. We're gonna have so much fun. So much fun just freaking waiting 6 months between each volume, or we could read the web novel. Jeez, bro. The web novel is a worse experience. Comparing my experience reading volumes 7 through freaking 14 of Mushoku Tensei and then going on to the web novel, watching that live, like, or reading that live, like, I'll tell you right now, the light novel is a way better experience. A lot, because he does like a bunch of web novel chapters, then takes a break to do the web novel light novels, then takes then another break and repeat. So Tape Nagatsuki translates his own shit or like supervises his freaking translations? Because I'm talking about an English release here, bro. Because I'm looking at the official releases of these light novels, right? The light novels are like, sometimes it's 3 months in between. Yeah, so like when he adapts each arc, right? So I'm looking at the volume 8, arc 8 release dates, right? So June 23rd of 2023 releases one volume. September, that's 3 months later, releases a volume, light novel volume. December, 3 months, releases another light novel. March, another 3 months, releases a light novel. June, another 3 months, releases a light novel. Bro, he releases once every 3 months. And then I see like a big gap here between June and... Oh, wait, no. He releases one in September. Yeah, he releases one volume every 3 months. English translations, get on this shit. Bro, if I catch up to the freaking English translations of ReZero, okay, I want there to be more light novel volumes for me to read and not freaking fan translated stuff. Because I want to experience the story like firsthand with the freaking polished version first. Because the reason why I went to the web novels in Mushoku Tensei is because I was out of the light novels. There were no English light novels to read. fuck, dude. Fuck this, dude. Because after freaking season 1 release of Mushoku Tensei, they went off on their freaking English translations. Because now we're caught up. Now Mushoku Tensei is caught up with the freaking Japanese light novels, dude. They went fast. And yet, I see in this, it takes you forever to freaking translate this shit. And yet I already see freaking typos saying Subaru is Subara. Not with, instead of a U at the end, they replace it with an A. There's typos like that in here. In this. They translated the Japanese light novels. Well, that's good. At least it's a shortened version. Like, cause again, like the main thing, it's not the quality of the translations, it's the pacing. The pacing was what was bothering me with freaking Arc 5, dude. It's the pacing, because it was obviously a freaking web novel translation. It was so freaking long. Yeah. Anyway, since we see freaking Arc 6 people being covered in this poster, will Arc 6 be considered season 3 still? Question. That's just when he's getting in touch with his feminine side, Subara. No season 4. Then why the hell do you have these characters in the season 3 poster? It's starting to make me think that you probably have a decent bit already made for Arc 6. They did release season 4 PV, didn't they? You gotta ask a White Fox. Well, a White Fox is freaking cringe sometimes, bro. It's like, all right, bro. Let's release Steins Gate 0 freaking 8 years after Steins Gate? Like, the fuck? Steins Gate released in like 2011, and then you release Steins Gate 0 in freaking 2019. Like, okay. I'm not sure if Steins Gate 0, the original like VN, not the VN, what is it? Yeah, visual novel. Yeah, it is VN. I'm not sure if the VN actually like released like after the anime, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that much after. Let me check. Steins Gate 0 release date 2015. So it did release after the anime. Interesting. Like, they did 2 cores of that Fox show, but couldn't do it for... Yeah, dude. What was that? Dude, there was that one show that took freaking forever. Like, dude, they put so much love into this one show, right? I was so hyped for it. And then I heard the reviews were bad, and I was like, oh, fuck. Where was it? Hold on. My anime list. Leak said we were getting 36 plus episodes. That was a lie. Yeah, dude. They freaking lied about the freaking Mushoku. Dude, I already I made a video about this. I did not believe them. I thought the freaking art, like, covering freaking past volumes 12 of Mushoku Tensei, that leak, it like covering past volume 12 in season 2 for Mushoku Tensei, that part of the leak just threw everything else out of the water. It was such a bad freaking leak. It was such a dead giveaway, bro. Like, I had no clue how long these freaking arcs were in freaking ReZero, and turned out Arc 5 was plenty long enough for a season, dude. All right, let me look at this. White Fox. Yeah. This freaking show lasted way too damn long. How many episodes? No, there were more episodes than this. Yeah, okay, so there were 2 arcs here. This one had 22 episodes. 22. Part 2. So this whole thing was freaking 30 plus episodes, bro. 30 plus. Crazy. Usually the part 2s or the second season or whatever the fuck are rated higher. In this case it is. But even the diehard fans don't even think it's worth an 8 out of 10. Crazy. All the most important info is given in the shorts. Information that's cut out. For the ReZero parts, yeah, those ReZero shorts are freaking doozy to say the least, bro. Okay, so they said the anime was in production at this time. All right, let me go back over here, and let me go to ReZero Season 4 trailer. Let me see what they said in the end here. Probably go for one that's English. Hopefully they have English subtitles here. They do not. Is it? Kanji looks similar. Okay, in production. I assume this means in production because it looks similar, or at least like everything else besides this looks similar. This is in English, so I assume it's the same exact words. Television. I assume this means television anime in production. So there you go. Same sign. And when was this out? May 4th. We might only need to wait a year, guys. Oh wait, no, this is sorry. This is the Crunchyroll version. Sorry. This is not nearly close. This is not even close to what was happening like when this actually was released. Hold up. When was production? Season 3 announcement. 2 years ago. So this was, yeah, I don't know why Crunchyroll released it freaking 8 months ago. That was freaking cringe. Yeah, so a year and a half. 15 months minimum, 18 months more likely. Maybe, but it looks like the freaking Arc 6 is longer than Arc 5, so it'll probably be a freaking longer production than Arc 5 was. So probably longer, but is Arc 6 as action packed as will it be as tough to animate as Arc 5? I'm not sure on that. Because Arc 5 was just nonstop action, right? And that was amazing and all, but like, holy shit, dude. That was probably hell to animate. Anyway, yeah. With all that said, I think that's it. I think that's it for me. Not much else to talk about. So yeah. I'm gonna end the stream here. It was fun. See you guys whenever I write a review for this. All right. Bye.